I think a good living example is our partnership in Thrive PEC, which is, a combination of people that care about the community and are interested in topics like sustainable development and are trying to solve some of the social disconnects and problems that we have here. I think our role as a partner, which means sometimes we lead and sometimes we follow. I think that's a good example of working outside of our specific mandate, but using the competencies we have in partnership in the community.
I would say that probably the biggest example that I can give you is the creation of Thrive PEC. It started many years ago, and that was really spearheaded by Community Futures and the County Foundation, and the municipality came on board as well. And it was a really unique opportunity to get into sustainable development of our community. Thrive PEC is the outcome of basically a national community economies pilot with Shorefast. And Shorefast Foundation is located in Newfoundland. This pilot was spearheaded by Zita Cobb, who you may have heard of. And we were one of 5 communities across Canada that were involved in this pilot. And it was really interesting because we wanted the community to tell us what was important to them and what they felt was important to maintain going forward. Very much an asset-based community development approach. So what do we have? What do we want to keep? What would we miss if it was gone? And it centered around those questions and what do we want our community to be in 10 years' time? We held a symposium several years ago. There were, I think, 150 people there. We consulted with over 400 people, and Community Futures and the County Foundation were integral partners to that. The 3 of us working together sort of made that happen. A lot of people put a lot of time into that in all 3 of those organizations. And I feel as though that is where I find the strongest partnership with Community Futures. It made clear to us priorities that the community felt were the most important. We have several projects as Thrive PEC where we work with other agencies, and there have been some really exciting outcomes. So we're creating a community benefit network. We're probably the first rural community to get into the world of community benefit agreements with developments. So when we talk about big developments coming to Prince Edward County, we want to make sure that the community's voice is heard. So if we're growing, then how can we grow in such a way that it is the most beneficial to our community? And Community Futures and the County Foundation and the municipality are really working hard to make sure that no one feels left behind as we move forward. And that's really important. It's still ongoing. It's really interesting because it's kind of like a collective impact model where we're all partners, we're all collaborating. But I will say that Community Futures have a really firm and strong understanding of what Thrive PEC is and work hard to move towards those goals. And they're a great partner.